Monday. I go back to work this week actually, so I don't get a complete 2 weeks off, which kind of sucks. I go back on Thursday, January 2nd. So I've decided that this week I need to be productive. I took last week and I just kind of really relaxed. I did a couple things with homework. Didn't submit anything, so I need to do that today. And so what I'm doing today is I'm going to do kind of like a rotation thing for me, where I'm going to set like a timer for an hour and do like a chore for an hour, and then I'm going to set another timer for another hour and do like homework, another hour do work, another hour maybe relax and play a game or something, and then it starts kind of all over again. So it'll be like a four different things kind of a thing, and just keep repeating them, so that I can try to get 1, the house completely clean, 2, homework done, 3, work done, and 4, relax as well this week. So that's the plan, and it's gonna be like that pretty much like every day this week. So yeah, that's it. So I will see you guys when I start the rotation. It's probably gonna be around 9 o'clock, which it's almost 8 o'clock, and I'm probably gonna start with cleaning the boys' bathroom as the first thing, because that is gross and disgusting, because my kids have not been doing their chores like I've been telling them to do. So I'm gonna get in there and I'm going to really clean it today. So I will talk to you guys later and show you guys the rotation today. You'll just see me going around and doing things, and it being a crazy kind of day. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I just wanted to show you guys my kids' bathroom before I start cleaning it. Stop! Because it is disgusting.
Stop.
I have Ira in here saying stop, stop. So like, I won't show you inside the toilet, but you guys, this thing is gross. Completely. Okay, before I get cleaning, guys, there's like, even in the hallway, there's like cleaning today. I wanted to show you the cleaning stuff that I use. I know that a lot of people probably are like, I really don't care, but I just wanted to show you because I really love these things. I don't sell them, but I love them. So the first thing we're going to talk about is my On Guard cleaner. So this is just a glass bottle that I got from Grove Collaborative. I really do like Grove Collaborative, but I've been using essential oils for so long that when I got their like scented stuff and their actual cleaning products, it smelled very chemically to me. And I know that they're not 100% clean, but they're cleaner, like more environment friendly than most other products, but I like this stuff better. So okay, and so what this is this On Guard cleaner concentrate. This stuff is amazing. First of all, it smells like Christmas, and so you can have your house smell like Christmas all year long. I say that it smells like wassail, if you've ever drunk wassail. But this stuff is great because I take this stuff in the concentrated form and I put it in the toilet, and this is my toilet bowl cleaner. Then I dilute it into this glass jar. There's about maybe a tablespoon or 2 in here, and then the rest of this is water. And this is like my all-purpose cleaner for the counters, inside the bathtub, and I could even spray this on the mirrors and have this be like a window cleaner and mirror cleaner. So I really love this, and this is a glass jar. Like I said, I got the jar from Grove Collaborative. I have 3 of them, and this is the only one that's filled up. I need to fill one of them up. I'm gonna bring it to work with me so that I have the stuff with me. So these are the 2 cleaners that I use. It's the same stuff. This one's just a little bit more diluted, and then this one I use in its highest concentration inside the toilet. And I usually spray the toilet, put the stuff in the toilet first and let it sit work some magic while I clean the rest of the stuff. As for the other stuff that I do, and you can use the other stuff with just water and it picks things up amazingly, is Norwex. If you've never heard of Norwex before, you guys, I'm not gonna say that you're under the rug or whatever it is, under a rock, because a lot of people haven't heard of them still. But this is a Norwex EnviroCloth. I love my Norwex cloths. So with just water, if I didn't want to use my On Guard spray, I don't have to. But I think these together is like a perfect marriage, a perfect combination, and I love it. But with just water, I can go in and I can, just this one rag, I can clean my entire bathroom. Now this thing is disgusting, you guys saw kind of how disgusting this place is. The microfiber in this is so tightly wound that it picks up all the bacteria and it locks it in. It doesn't let it transfer. So I could, if I wanted to, Lily, don't. If I really wanted to, I could take this cloth after I clean my bathroom, and I can go into the kitchen and use the same cloth. I don't do that because I find that slightly disturbing. But I could if I wanted to. And there's also microsilver in here. And so instead, it doesn't kill the bacteria, but it makes it so it can't grow. If it can't grow, it dies, kind of a thing. So I use this for all surfaces. I use it for the mirror, I use it for the counter, the sink, I use it for around the toilet and stuff like that. I could use it in the bathtub, but I have a different cloth for the bathtub. So for the bathtub, I have this mitt. So on one side it's a little bit more scrubby, and on the other side it's like that EnviroCloth kind of thing. And this also has, I believe, yeah, this also has that back lock. So you can just put the mitten on, and then you clean your bathtub. So I have that. And then to get all my surfaces nice and clean and shiny and no streaks, I have the polishing cloth. This one does not have back lock in it, and it's not really a oh, it does have back lock, I lied. So this one has back lock, so it still picks up all that bacteria and stuff like that. It's not like, the texture is different than this one. This is the polishing cloth. It makes everything streak free and wonderful. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna go grab some gloves because this is gross. And I'm probably gonna show things from like in a downward angle. It's really awkward in here to show everything, but I'm gonna spend time cleaning in here. I have on my timer 27 minutes to get this done. So let's do it.
I'm trying to let go of this heartache. It's been following me around. It wakes me up, it shoots me down. At this point I would rather be numb. I'm sick and tired of emotions. They've never done me any good, just tore me up into bits. I wish I knew how to call it quits. I should know by now how to live without her. I'm in the dark. When I make my way, I stumble and I fall. I'm a blind man without escape. I'm the ocean without the waves. The radio's playing songs, telling me that I should try to move on. They don't say how it bothers me. I guess I'll have to try anyway. Try to let her go. I've always liked to be a stranger, keep my distance from the crowd. Thought that way I wouldn't get hurt, but when I met her it
Okay, so the battery was about to die as soon as I was done pretty much cleaning the bathroom. So I wanted to give you an update on what I've done since then, since it's been just a couple hours since then. So the bathroom is cleaned. Stop. So the bathroom is cleaned. I submitted a task for my master's program. And I made the notes for section 4.1 for my math class. And I'm in the process of making a worksheet of word problems, a worksheet of just kind of review for section 4.1, and then I'll be doing the exit ticket kind of thing for 4.1. So I'm getting there. I'm hopefully by the end of the day, I've gone through, I want to get through all of 4.3 and everything associated with 4.3. So that's my goal for the other day. Before I go back to work, I want to have everything done for chapter 4, because then I can start working on chapter 5 stuff. So I can be working kind of a chapter ahead is the goal. So I'm gonna let you guys go because I need to make my kids some lunch. I need to eat something because I just realized I also didn't eat breakfast. It's a real problem. Forget these things. And then I will show you guys what I'm gonna do. I'm also going behind me and clean the kitchen today. I just have a lot of stuff I want to get done today and tomorrow and Wednesday, because that's all I have left of break is 3 days. 3 days to do it all. So let's do it. Hello, it is now 8:25 in the evening, and I wanted to update you on what I got done today. Definitely not as much as I wanted to get done, but I still feel like I was pretty productive today. So let's run it down from the very beginning. Cleaned my boy's bathroom, which was a nightmare. So gross. I then submitted a task. I need to kind of move on to the next class, which I'm planning on doing hopefully tonight. But there's one more thing I want to get done for work tonight before I move on to that. But the good news is I ended up taking a nap today, which was way longer than I wanted. I just wanted an hour nap, and then right as I was gonna get out of bed, my sick little boy, he crawled into bed with me and he wanted to snuggle with me because he was tired. And so we both fell asleep until dinner time about. So took a longer nap than I wanted, which means I'm gonna be up late tonight, which means I can get schoolwork done tonight and play Zelda. If anyone doesn't know, I am a huge Zelda fan. Like, I remember my dad playing it when I was little. I remember watching my brother playing it growing up. Huge Zelda fan. Haven't played all of the different ones, but Ocarina of Time, loved that one. And we've been playing Breath of the Wild over break. And so, like, I started my thing completely over. So I'm wearing my glasses now because I'm starting to get a headache because I've been staring at my computer screen too long without my glasses, so I'm wearing those now. But with work, I have gotten section 4.1 done, 4.2 done, and I'm starting on 4.3, and I'm having a hard time figuring out pacing for my class, because if I take too long with pacing, by the time we're taking tests and stuff like that, they've forgotten everything that we learned at the very beginning. And I'm also having a hard time because in January we have a day off for parent-teacher conferences, and then they also have a day off for Martin Luther King Day, or Civil Rights Day, I think is what they call it. So we have 2 days off, plus we had January 1st off, like, and coming back in on a Thursday and Friday, which I don't think most of my students are even going to be there Thursday and Friday, because I don't even want to be there Thursday and Friday. So I'm doing like a project introducing the chapter those 2 days so that we can kind of get into the swing of things. But I'm finding that it's taking me about a week to get through each section to the point that they can actually do it. So I think what I need to start doing better is during my bell ringers, having that be like a mixed review to keep refreshing everything that we've been doing, kind of a thing, so that they can remember. Because I don't mind taking this long on things. Like this year I'm just like, you know, timing for everything is not going to be the best. I'm trying my best. And I'll talk to my coworker again on it when I get back, be like, I feel like I'm so slow, and she'll be like, you're not being slow. But I want to teach it to understanding. My husband's pointing at my glasses. I was getting a headache because I was staring at a computer screen too long without them. He's giving me a look. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep going with work. I want to get 4.3 done by the end of today, and then tomorrow do the rest of chapter 4, because then the rest of the month I can start going on chapter 5 notes and stuff like that, so I can get a little bit ahead, I guess you could say. And hopefully my husband starts doing dishes here soon, because I told him I would hand wash. Told him I would hand wash dishes if he would do all the things that need to be put in the dishwasher. That might not happen tonight. That might be the first thing I do tomorrow.
You said you were going to do it tonight.
It might be the first thing I do tomorrow, kind of like I did the bathroom, but it will get done. I can promise you that. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and we'll continue along with this week-long vlog, which is going to be super long because I'm not posting daily anymore, at least not for a while. So I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Hello and happy New Year's Eve. I wanted to show you something that I actually got. Just a second.
Happy New Year's
Shane's coming around. There he is.
We got to the Breath of the
They
Wild.
really don't care. I love you, honey, but they don't care about Zelda.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to show you something because let me explain a few things real quick. So I posted in a video a while ago about the fact, like, the copy crisis is what I call it, where everyone's going over budget on paper and making copies and stuff like that. And so my solution to the problem is to get another printer for home, which I just ordered today. It should be coming here on Friday. It's a smaller printer. The one that I have here at home, I'm going to be bringing to school. And this is why. First of all, it's a better printer than the one that I got. The one that I got is a great printer and everything, but I don't need the one that I have here at home. I need that more at school, kind of a thing. Because I can actually make photocopies, like send it through and it'll make, convert one-sided copies to two-sided, convert two-sided, like just a regular copy machine at school that you would have just on a smaller scale, kind of a thing. I also upped my number of copies that I make with the HP Instant Ink, which is amazing, to 700 pages a month. And so that'll be about $20. And I found out, because I thought I was going to have a completely different account for the new printer that we're getting, but I can actually just add that on to my existing account. So between home and work, I'll have 700 pages that we can print every single month, the majority of it going to work. I don't expect to even get to like 100 pages here at home. At least my kids better not get to 100 pages at home. So that was my solution. Now, with that solution, I decided a couple of things with my teacher bag. I have a backpack, which I really like. It's nice. And I like the fact that I can't fit a ton of stuff into it because it makes it so I don't bring, hopefully, a ton of things home all the time. But when I was printing papers here at home or bringing papers home from work, it wasn't working out because there wasn't a really safe place or enough room really in that bag to put like papers and not have them get bent and stuff like that. So I went to Walmart today to get stuff for our New Year's Eve party with my little family, and I decided to pick up a few extra things for work. And so let me go over what those things are. I'm also planning on getting like a rolling cart kind of thing later, so that, and still bring my backpack for like smaller things, but that rolling cart is where like this would go in and some other things that I would like to start transferring back and forth. Like if I have IEPs that I need to work on at home over a weekend, instead of putting them in my backpack, I can put them in that cart, kind of a thing. It'll just make paper transfer a whole lot easier. Okay, So, with all that said, let me go over what I got at Walmart today. Yeah, go put it down. Go, don't drop that stuff because I don't want you to break those bottles. So one of the first things I got was this little clear container that has like 4 other containers in it. And you can open it up. And inside I got these things as well. I need you to go put those back where you got them.
I can't. They're too heavy on my arm now.
I got like a package that had all these things, and so one of them, there's like these binder clips. These are the red and yellow ones, and they have like little,
I thought you wanted to tell me what you got.
no I don't, these little like happy faces on them. So that's in my little green container. The little blue container has the same thing, only it's the green and blue ones. Again, the same little happy faces. The next thing, I'm not really going to be using
I'm about to get them.
transferring things back and forth, but I put them in here anyway. I don't know. There are a bunch of push pins. Like, I don't even use a bunch of push pins really in my room for things, but
Thanks.
there you have it. They're just little
If that's fine.
push pins if it wants to focus on it, maybe slightly. It doesn't really matter. But they're just like these little balls, and they're in the colors
Thing on
of,
the bottom.
yeah, they're
That
yellow,
is super spiky.
they're yellow, blue, green, and red. Okay, stop please, honey.
Can I tell you something?
No, not right now.
How much did it cost for all of the groceries?
A lot.
Tell me.
I'm not telling you right now.
Is it like 400?
No. And then in the pink container, this is something that I'll be using a lot of. There's just a bunch of paper clips. So,
Hey, I learned how to make a paper clip.
some paper clips. And again, in those same colors.
Mom, I learned how to make.
I need you to wait and tell me later. So that's what's in these 4 containers. And this will go into, I'll show you the bigger container that gets transferred back and forth. The main reason why I got these is because I am going to be doing a lot of printing at school, at home, grading in both locations. And I wanted something that I had on hand that just kind of goes back and forth all the time. Because I have a teacher toolbox at school, but I wanted this to be like the thing that always goes back and forth. So I always have this at home if I need these items at home. The next thing I got are some Post-it notes. I have Post-it notes at school. Actually, I have off-brand Post-it notes at school that don't stick and aren't very good. So I got real Post-it notes because I'm also wanting at the end of every day to do kind of like an exit ticket on a Post-it note with my students where I kind of write it on the board, they copy it down on the Post-it note, do the work, and then write their name on it and turn it in. And I like use that for like data collection and seeing if they're comprehending what we're doing and stuff like that. So kind of like an ongoing data collection thing. So I got just a small package. If this works out and I really enjoy doing this, then I'll get more, kind of a thing. So there are some Post-it notes. And then I'm gonna take this stuff out. I got this container also at Walmart. It's a Sterilite container, like this, and I'm using this for paper transferring. And so everything that I get, and I want to get some pens, like ink joy pens or something, to put inside this container as well. So like anything that I need at home for grading, lesson planning, creating, kind of a thing, I want to be able to transfer back and forth in this bin, kind of a thing, or to have, like I said, that rolling cart eventually that I can be putting these type of items in. So what have I been doing the last couple days? I'll show you. This is one reason why I upped the number of pages that I will be able to print every month, because I printed all of this within the last 2 days. So let's go over it, shall we? Because I know some of you wanted to kind of see, if you get to this point, you wanted to see kind of how I lesson plan and stuff like that. I'll tell you right now, I'm probably never going to put this stuff on Teachers Pay Teachers because I get it directly from our course book. I just retype pretty much everything to the formatting that is best for my students, and so that they can put it in their notebooks and stuff like that. So the first thing that we're doing the next 2 days when we get back, so Thursday and Friday this week, because I'm expecting half my classes to be gone, because who comes back from school on January 2nd on a Thursday and a Friday? Like, who does that? I guess we do that, but half my students won't do that, because most of them, a good portion of them were gone even before Christmas break because they were leaving early. So I don't see them, everyone being there. And I don't want to start the new chapter for the next few days. So I'm starting with a performance task kind of a thing. So this performance task, again, this is provided with our curriculum. It's called Big Ideas. And there's a video that we're going to be watching, and then they're going to be working together as partners, with me walking around and assisting, trying to figure this out. Now this is, it'll go on the grade kind of as like a participation kind of a thing, but I want them to try to think through it, knowing what they know, trying to get an idea of, this will help them get an idea of what we're doing in the chapter. And so I decided to start with this performance test. So this is like the original copy. Use one of my paper clips, and then I made copies for my students, and I used my binder clip. And so that's the first thing we're doing. I'm not going to show you guys everything in this pile, but I'll just show you kind of some of the stuff. Then this is how I make the notes for the interactive notebook. And this is kind of like a final copy. Again, I just retype everything so it's bigger print. They don't have to write down any problems. There's graphs provided for them so they don't have to come up with their own graphs. And I print it off. And so I use PowerPoint to create my things. So here's the first part, the first page. So half of this page has stuff on it. The other half doesn't, because they will actually end up folding it in half and gluing this side down into their notebook. And so that's how they keep track of their notes.
Hey, Mom.
Just wait, please. And then here's the other portion. And all of my notes are formatted the exact same way. So this is the other portion of it. It's just all of the notes that you would do in the notebook, or this curriculum provides kind of like a PowerPoint presentation for each of the lessons, and I just go through that and I retype the math problems. And I also add certain things, like in here I added at the very top slope-intercept form and what that looks like, so that they have that. I do need to create a not just like a cheat sheet, but like a formula sheet for this chapter, because there's a lot of formulas that they're going to have to remember, and so I want to kind of provide them with like a quarter page of just all the formulas that they're going to need to remember. So once I do that, then I actually had to feed it back through my printer to make the back-to-back copies, because you can't just do back-to-back on it, because it one of them would be upside down. It's kind of crazy. So you have to do the reverse, like upside down and opposite kind of a thing to feed it through, and then you get a back-to-back copy of the notes. So first we do notes. That's what we do for each section. We start with notes. Then most of the time I can fit the word problems into the note sheets, but sometimes there's so much information going into those note pages that I save the word problems for the next day. And so this first section was kind of that way. And so there's only 2 word problems, and so there's a word problem worksheet that we do together as a group, kind of a thing, to get them thinking about how to incorporate this into real life. And so this is the word problem worksheet. This is actually the only word problem worksheet I had to do so far for this chapter, because I've been able to fit all the word problems into the actual notes other than this first section. So we have a word problem worksheet, which goes next. Then there's a worksheet. Within the lesson, there are monitoring problems to monitor comprehension, and I just take all those problems out of the notes and I add them into a separate worksheet. And this is how I monitor their progression at the end of the section, kind of a thing. There's actually 2 things I do to monitor. So this is actually able to be done in partners. So we do this, they do together as partners or in a small group, this worksheet, and there's only 7 problems. There's never a lot of problems on this. So that's the worksheet. And then the last thing we do for each section is what I call a comprehension check. So this is where it's kind of smaller. It's a mini little quiz. And I just print it off, save it as a PDF, and then I make 4 copies per page. So I'll end up cutting this into 4ths. Oh, careful, sweet pea. I'll cut this into 4ths. And this has 5 problems on it that they will do. So it varies between like 4 or 5 problems on the comprehension check. They do this individually. And then there's homework. Well, homework is on the computer now. So that's how it's done for each of the sections. In this chapter, there's 6 sections, and I've gotten through 4 sections so far. So I only have 2 more to do. And I want to get them done before I go back to work. I want to have this whole chapter printed and ready to go. So that's what I've been working on. I also got my 1 assignment sent back to me. So I redid a couple things, mostly just making things available for them so I don't have to sign in, because I forgot to do that. And then I sent that back already. So we'll see how that goes. I should be passing one of my classes for my master's. And then I need to start going in other things. But that's kind of what I got at Walmart today to kind of make the transition of doing things at home, like the workspace at home and at school, a bit smoother for me. Like I said, I want to get a rolling cart, like, not a suitcase, but like one of those, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'll insert a picture somewhere of the one I'm looking at. It's like $70 though, and so I'm like, it'll definitely have to wait a month or 2. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna keep going, trudging through. My kids are bothering my husband. He's supposed to be working, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Bye. Okay, so today's been like a long day, like long and short all at the same time, and this video is gonna be like super long. So if you get to this point, awesome. I don't know how much more of this video I'm going to do. I'm probably going to film a little something tomorrow, because tomorrow's my first day back to work after the break. But that's about it. And then I might film like another thing with my coworker Brenna on Friday, where, and it's funny because I'm going to use it kind of for school. I'm just going to talk to her and see if she's willing to talk to me for like 10 minutes or so and do an interview with me, and I'll film it so that I can kind of go back to it and pull from it, kind of a thing. But I have to interview for my next class a person who handles confidential files, and I can't interview myself. So I am going to interview her, see if she's okay with that. My dog's right here wanting all the love and attention that she can get. But today what I ended up doing, I finished creating everything I needed for chapter 4. So really the only things that I need to be creating for the next month is for the fundamentals class of mine, and I need to create Friday focuses for all my classes, and stuff like that. So that it's really not that much, and so I'm pretty ahead on the game of that. We brought my printer to the classroom today and set it up. I have to get tech out there to set up the internet on it so that it can communicate to HP Instant Ink, so that I know, so it can send me ink when I need ink, kind of a thing. And then what else did I do? I took a nap because I was tired. I was exhausted. I started taking notes for the next class in my master's program. Tomorrow I'm planning on writing the paper for that. The first paper isn't too hard, so I think I can get that out tomorrow after school. And then this weekend do the second task so I can have half the class done before Sunday, hopefully, like submitted at least by Sunday. But right now, and I will show you guys after, I can take you guys in there really quick as soon as I'm done with this. My New Year's resolution, which I feel like I have a lot, but some of them, like, and I always fail at these, you guys. I always like to set them because it's always good to have goals. But the one that I'm focusing on right now, and I've decided to treat my New Year's resolutions like this, small things. So one, as soon as all of the soda is consumed in my house right now, we're not buying any more soda. We're getting rid of soda in our lives this year to just kind of help us get back onto a healthier lifestyle. Eventually, I would like to go back onto Weight Watchers or WW, whatever that is. But one step at a time, one step. And again, eventually I would like to start going to the gym more often, like at least 3 times a week. But I have to do things in baby steps with my resolutions. If I try to do it all at once, I'm going to fail everything kind of a thing. So for personal resolutions, like me, myself, and I personal, and my family kind of a thing, I want my kitchen to be clean every single night. All the dishes in the dishwasher, no dishes on the counter, the stove wiped down, the counters wiped down, the table, the floor swept and mopped if needed. But my goal is, with my husband's help, to make sure that the kitchen is clean every single night. I think that will just help kind of get our day started in the right direction. So that's a personal goal of mine. I think I'm going to do a whole video on like my professional type goals, and that includes like with school, my master's program, and with me teaching, what my goals for 2020 are. Even though like I feel like resolution for goals for like a school year are better made like at the beginning of a school year, but I also have some goals that I kind of want to finish this year strong. So I have things that I am planning on doing when I get back in to help assist with that. So I'm gonna do a separate video, and that'll probably be like a Wednesday upload. I might film that tomorrow at school of just my professional goals. But just one personal resolution that I have is to have a clean kitchen every single night. So I'm gonna go show you guys my kitchen here real quick, and then we're going to clean. I'm not going to film us cleaning or anything like that. We're just going to clean until it's done, and then I will show you the aftermath. And I think I will show you my clean kitchen at night at least, or maybe take a picture of it and post it somewhere on Instagram or something to kind of hold me accountable for that. But I'm going to talk to you guys later so I can get cleaning, because I'm sure my husband really wants to start cleaning right now too. But I'll talk to you guys later.
I still think I've only watched all of Dark Knight once.
The table over here is where there's a bunch of shoes that we need to reorganize. There's my
the other day.
wonderful, beautiful husband. And then we
Why are
have...
you filming me?
Why'd you take a picture of me sleeping the other day?
I posted
All's
on
fair.
YouTube.
All is fair. There's dishes in the sink. It's just he threw something at me. Just you guys.
I have a rubber band to shoot at you.
It is just a mess in here. And then my wonderful dog. Hi, Lily. So we're gonna go. Okay, so I'm actually about to go to bed. So I want to show you the kitchen. We didn't get it 100% done, but I do want to show you guys because I'm like, hey, this is one of my goals. So we didn't sweep or mop. We'll do that tomorrow evening. There was a lot of things that needed to get done, and we're kind of deep cleaning it in the process. So we're gonna do some deep cleaning things along the way each night. Pick like one thing to deep clean a night. So I'm just gonna show you the after things. Chris is still wiping down one counter and then the stove top, and then he'll be done for the night. So let me just turn the camera around and show you. Okay, so here's the table, nice and cleared and cleaned. shoes are pretty organized. I need to take some of my shoes away from over there. I need to just figure stuff out. This is one of those things that one night we're going to tackle and get rid of everything that doesn't belong on this shelf and take it off. There's this counter. Some of the stuff that's on this counter belongs on the other ones. That's why things look a little out of place. But there's one counter. Like I said, the stovetop will get done. Chris is cleaning that one. We still have some stuff in the sink that will get taken care of tomorrow, but all the dishes that were on the counter are gone. And then I'm just letting these dry naturally overnight. This was some china that my dad gave me that was in my parents' basement. I guess my parents got china, or my mom bought china. I don't know where all the china I guess came from. I didn't even know he owned it. But there was enough for all of the kids to have a set, and so, but it was really gross. And so that was the last bit of it that I needed to wash so I could put it away. So that's the china. And then over here. So that is the clean kitchen, or at least as clean as it's going to get tonight. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow at school. Bye.